Did I already film today? Of course. Am I procrastinating on my summer reading? Yeah. I feel like there's another question, but I forget. Hey y'all, what's happening? It's Abigail. So today we are going to be doing my top 11 dream roles, because when I filmed this before, I already had like the top 10 list, but then I forgot like one, so we made it top 11 dream roles, and I have it in my bullet journal because I'm filming on my phone because I didn't feel like setting up my camera. So number 11 is Catherine Plummer in Newsies, because Newsies is like the first show that like I really got into, so it'd be really fun to play her. That's kind of like a basic dream role, but a lot of these are like basic dream roles. And number 10 is Amelie Poulain from Amelie, because Philippa Sue and I, we have like very like similar vocal ranges, so it'd be really cool to play Amelie because I love her character. She's super fun. I always sing A Sister's Pickle, that's what the name of it, in the car, and my mom's like, oh my gosh, you sound just like her, so it'd be really fun to play her. And plus my mom and I, we love Amelie so much and we always listen to it. Number 9, another basic friend, Glinda from Wicked, and it'd be really fun to play her, and because I'm a very bubbly girl like Glinda, and she's a really fun character. Number 8, okay, this is gonna sound really weird because I'm like very young to play her, and this is a show, thinking back, I'd much rather direct it. Oh my gosh, that sounds so bad. Is Wendla Bergman in Spring Awakening. I'd love to play her but like not have a nude scene, but I'd also love to direct the show but like not have a nude scene. Like hypothetically, I'd like to clean it a little more without taking away the justice of the show. I don't know, I have a lot of really good ideas. Like whenever I listen to the show, I always want a like featured dancer, because there's so many like just random like songs I'd be like, oh yes, this move would be perfect and like this would be so cool. Like I legit want to have like a big old lift during Touch Me, like at the very end of it. That'd be so cool. Oh my gosh. But I'd love to play Wendla because she's very innocent like your girl. That sounds so weird after I say I want to direct Spring Awakening, but it'd be really fun to play her, except not the dirty scenes. And also I love whispering and I always sing that in the shower, so it'd be fun to play her. Next up we have Maria in The Sound of Music. So The Sound of Music was one of the first shows I was ever in. It was like my first big role in a show. When I was younger, I played Gretel in my high school's production of it, which is the school I go to now. You know, I always remember watching the girl who played Maria and I'm like, oh, I can't wait to do that when I get older. So it'd be really fun to play her for like old time's sake, and it'd be kind of funny, like, look where I started and look at me now. By the way, like my voice is so raspy because I got back from camp and I've literally been like singing and dancing for like 8 hours every day, and I was like putting a lot into it, so I should probably rest my voice a little more than I am, but that's okay. Next up we have Jenna from Waitress. Another show that I prefer not to do dirty scenes with, but I feel like it's a little more low-key than on Broadway than Spring Awakening on Broadway. But I'd love to play Jenna, and I was also her for Halloween. Betsy Wolf posted a picture of me as Jenna on Twitter, which is the craziest thing. But Jenna's a very strong character, and I feel like it'd be really awesome to portray her, even though I feel like my voice doesn't like fit her as well as I'd want to. But Waitress is one of my favorite shows, and it'd be really fun to play Jenna. Next up we have Regina George from Mean Girls. So I saw Mean Girls in March, and Someone Gets Hurt is like my favorite song. I also love World Burn, and I kid you not, sometimes I ride my bike and I find myself singing that song like out loud. It is so embarrassing. But you know what? I love those songs, and I love to perform them every night. I usually don't play like the mean girl. Like usually I'm more of like a sweet, nicer person when I'm in shows. I don't know, but I'd love to play Regina. I'd love to have those high riffs. It'd be so fun, and just to get, you know, out of my comfort zone a little bit. Next up we have, okay, this is kind of 2 in 1 just because I can't decide and they're both in the same show, is Zoe Murphy or Heidi Hansen in Dear Evan Hansen. Of course, I can't play Heidi Hansen for a while. Like I'd have to wait until I'm like in my 40s. But you always have to have those like dream roles like in your back pocket, so you're not like, Oh, I wish I could play Zoe when I'm like 30. So, yeah, but I'd love to play Zoe because I feel like she's more than just Evan's girlfriend and more than Connor's sister. Like, she's a little more than that, so I'd like to get that message out there. And plus, like, I love Laura Dreyfus and she's really awesome. And I feel like it'd just be a fun role to play, and I sing Requiem like all the time. And also Heidi Hansen. Fun fact, I went to Rachel Bay Jones's concert because she came to a town near me, because like literally, I kid you not, I would like watch her and she'd be staring like right at like my mom's table, and it'd be so crazy. And then we like literally like talked after the show. She was so sweet, and she just liked one of my tweets. And I told my mom's like, yeah, she like, I could tell she really connected with you. I'm like, I feel like Heidi Hansen's an important character to like get out there to the single moms and like show that she's trying, you know? And my mom loves her, so it'd be really fun for my mom and I. Now, number 3 is Anya and Anastasia. And I feel like it'd be very cool to take Anya through that journey of like this little sweet stripper who has no clue what she's doing or like who she is, to like a woman who knows who she is but like doesn't exactly know where she's gonna go. She probably does, but like that, like if you've seen Anastasia or like know the ending of Anastasia, it's very open wide, and I feel like it'd be cool to explore that ending, because sometimes my friend Avery and I, we love Anastasia, and sometimes we're like, what happens afterwards? So it'd be cool to dig into that and like the whole story, you know. Now, number 2 is Julie Jordan in Carousel. So my grandparents, my mom and I, were all huge fans of Carousel. My grandparents have, and my grandparents had been trying to get me to sing You'll Never Walk Alone since Nom, even though Julie Jordan doesn't sing that song, but and I also sang If I Loved You for a very successful audition a while ago. So, I mean, that song kind of like means a lot to me too, because Rachel Bay Jones heard me sing that song when I sang it in front of the Imperial Theater in New York, because I sing in front of different theaters whenever I'm in New York. She's a very complex character in certain ways, like with her relationship with Billy and her trying to like discover herself, because she goes from like a very independent, like, I mean, like not exactly like independent, just like a, you know, a little naive but still pretty independent girl, to like really loving Billy, but like not being able to say it even though like he hit her. And then going from that to a little more of an independent woman after he dies, because she has to take care of her kid, even though she does kind of rely, not really rely, but like stays with Nettie and Carrie. Like she's still very close with them, but she does change a lot from the beginning. So I feel like it'd be very fun to portray that. And then finally, number 1, now keep in mind, these were not in a specific order. This is just like, you know, is Eliza, Skylar, and Hamilton. Probably very predictable because I'm a huge Hamilton fan. Eliza changes a lot in Hamilton, and it'd be so cool to portray that. And Hamilton's like a legendary show. I don't know if I'll ever be in it, but Burn is kind of my song, I feel like. I mean, it's not like my song, like only I can sing it, but like it's kind of how in Glee Rachel Berry always sang Don't Rain in My Parade. And like if I ever like have like a complete doubt about like, oh, what should I sing, like I will probably go to Burn, even though it's kind of like getting overused by now. I mean, like at this point it's probably like No One Else from Great Comet, but probably Burn from Hamilton's like my go-to, except for the fact that it's like becoming overused now. But I love Hamilton so much, and I'd love to play Eliza. I've been wanting to play Eliza for like a year now. I used to want to play Angelica, but then I sang Satisfied in an event, and I can't rap for the life of me. I sound so bad, but yeah, I'd love to play Eliza. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye!